I did want to talk about those winds that we're going to have over the next couple of days. Yeah, if you have allergies, you're certainly going to feel them over the next couple of days. That wind going to be kicking up a lot of dust, but also a lot of pollen. Things are blooming out there. So if you don't have those allergy medication and you need that, it's probably a good day to go ahead and get those and make sure you're prepared for the next couple of days. So that's just my little PSA for you. Ridge of high pressure is building back in from the west, and that's going to give us sunny, dry, and warm conditions over the next several days. This thing isn't going anywhere. Very dominant ridge of high pressure. But one thing I want to show you and talk about are those winds. Now we do have a trough of low pressure just to the east of us. Look at that, a very dominant low as well. That's going to be over the Great Basin. It's going to track south. That's going to bring snow to the Rockies as well. We're not going to see any influence from it other than some winds. Being in between both of these systems here, you can see these tight lines. That's indication that we're going to continue to see some gusty winds over the next couple of days. So we'll start to see that this afternoon. That will continue into Thursday. They'll slowly start to die down as we head into Friday. Now I know it looks like this trough is going to win, and yes, we'll see a slight cool down Friday into Saturday, but with that said, it's only going to be by a few degrees. We're still going to be sitting in those 60s, mid to upper 60s around the coast and 70s inland. So yeah, it will cool us down just a little bit, but not by much. That ridge of high pressure is still going to win. That will take us out of the weekend into the early part of next week, where most of next week actually continues to look dry and mostly sunny as well. We do have a wind advisory for the Santa Cruz Mountains, also for the eastern Santa Clara Hills. North and northeast winds 20 to 35 miles per hour. I do want to mention in the Santa Cruz Mountains, those winds will be a little bit stronger, around 25 to 35 miles per hour. So blowing debris down tree limbs and isolated power outages very possible over the next couple of days. Again, this begins at 5 p.m. lasting until 11 a.m. on Friday. We will also have a gale warning going into effect this afternoon at 3 p.m. This is along the Big Sur coast, out 10 nautical miles. North winds 20 to 30 knots, gusts up to 40 knots. Seas 10 to 15 feet, so of course hazardous seas for mariners out there. But also, I like to show those gale warnings because that's just an indication around the immediate coast, especially around the Big Sur area and the southern portion of the bay. We are going to have some gusty winds coming off the water, so be prepared for that. Outside of this wind advisory, we are going to have those north and northwest winds becoming northeast and eventually east. And I wanted to mention that too because that's what's going to influence also our warm-up. And we're going to have some offshore winds occurring as we head into Friday as well. But again, sustained winds anywhere between 15 to 20 miles per hour. We could see gusts anywhere between 20 to 25 miles per hour. And again, this is outside those wind advisories we have. So most of us will be experiencing some gusty conditions over the next couple of days. As far as what we're seeing this morning, we'll have a few low clouds over the hills, but that's about it. And we're just going to continue to clear out as we head into the afternoon. That will take us into the evening hours and overnight as well. Our overnight lows will be similar to what we're waking up to this morning. So not much to show you on Futurecast here. Let's go straight into those temperatures we're going to see today. We're going to see that warm up beginning with those temperatures in those mid to upper 60s on the north side of the bay, mid 60s in the San Lorenzo Valley. Even our higher elevation, Summit area and Bonnie Doon, jumping up into those low 60s this afternoon. North side of the bay will be warmer. We'll be in those mid to upper 60s, 67 in Watsonville. That'll have to do with our winds coming out of the north. So the southern portion of the bay, Cashville down into Marina, we'll be sitting in those low 60s, 66 for Salinas, 68 in Hollister, mid to upper 60s in the Santa Clara Valley. Warm spot in the Santa Clara Valley will be Gilroy at 68. Monterey Peninsula again, north side of the bay, because of those northerly winds, will be a little bit cooler in those upper 50s to low 60s. But around Carmel, we'll actually be nearing that mid 60-degree mark. And then up and down the Salinas Valley, we'll be in those mid to upper 60s. From Gonzales down into Bradley, Parkfield, 69, 65 in the San Antonio Valley, 64 for the Big Sur coast, and 65 for Carmel Valley. So again, the warm-up begins today. We're just going to continue to get warmer over the next couple of days.